wasn't watching. That's my Damn.
Lindsay, is your light on?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm just, it goes with my dark soul. Okay.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the 24 Days of Quickies with Marley Bird and friends. These are and friends.
The patterns are quick, but the show isn't.
Patterns are quick. The show is not quick at all. I know that some of you, this might be your first time, just really quick. Every year from December 1st to December 24th, I come live every day with my friend Lindsay. Robin has been joining us this year, and we talk about the 24 Days of Quickies, which are free patterns that you are given every day from the marleybird.com website and other wonderful designers out there. There's a new pattern every day. There's actually like 3 new patterns every day, and there's a holiday armadillo. Sometimes there's free yarn. That's what's going on right now. Like there's a lot of things happening. So this is definitely the place to be December 1st every year. We have a good time. We do go over the 24 Days of Quickies, but really it's just a chance for us to get together as friends and chit chat. You never know what you're going to get. I do try to put in the video description where the actual 24 Days of Quickies discussion starts. So if you're here just for that, look in the video description box. There should be a timestamp for you to jump to if you want to. Otherwise, sit back, relax, grab your hook, grab your needles, grab your coffee, grab your tea, grab your whiskey. Enjoy the show. Well, it's early where we are. It could be, you know, time. Anyways,
no judgment.
I showered today, you guys, and I feel so good. Like I
showered and
I shaved my legs. I like when I put on my deodorant, I was like, ooh, it glides so smooth now. It's not like da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da. Like,
you need to turn on that lighthouse tonight, Marley.
Dude, the lighthouse. No. Although my anniversary is in a couple days, you might get lucky then. You never know, though. You never know. So I feel really good because I showered. And I was like, I'm just gonna leave my hair down. So this is my hair, y'all. It's going so gray. Oh my gosh. Oh my god.
I've earned every single one of these gray hairs. Most of them have a student's name attached to them.
Yeah, that is
good stuff.
Yeah.
I need that lighthouse.
What we are for.
Getting lighthouses in the mail from people, I'm gonna just start dying laughing. I'm going to die laughing. That is so awesome. Whiskey goes great in coffee. Amen. I agree with you. So, Hankmas was last night.
Yeah, it was super exciting.
How did it go? Let everybody know.
Well. I mean, I did my job. Comments sold. Maybe not.
Not again. Like, why can't they get it together?
I don't know. Like, so I have a very sweet customer. Like, she has been with me. I know her name. Like, she is precious. I deeply, deeply love this person. And y'all, and truly, I have the very best customers. True story.
Yeah.
So I want that to be very clear. She messaged me last night and she was like, hey, I got notification that I got this item and I went to check out and it was gone. And I was like, oh, this happened at Small Business Saturday. Like, if you haven't gone and clicked the big blue button before the live sale, like if you don't go click the blue button, it will create a temporary cart where it tells you that you have everything. And then when you go to pay and you click the blue button, it then reads your comments on the right timestamp because it needs to know who you are. And so then you may not have anything.
Oh, that's not fun.
Yeah, no. Found that out at Small Business Saturday. Another very sweet customer of mine who's been with me for years found that out. It took me an hour on support with them to find that out. So I was like, I think that might be what happened. She goes, no, like I logged in to make sure like my messenger was set up and everything before the live sale. So like I clicked the blue button and I was like, that's super weird. And so like she sent me a bunch of information. I was like, yeah, Comment Sold and I are going to have a chat today. Her response was, give them your scary teacher voice. I support you 100%. So what happened is, so we have an option where you can sign up for like text notifications. It's a messenger message like from Facebook. It's not like, it doesn't like data rates don't necessarily apply because it's not like an SMS text. It's a messenger text. Mm-hmm. And we have been really lucky. We've gotten like 200 plus people signed up for those messenger texts, which according to all the people at Comment Sold is like a super hard thing to do. And I was like, I just told people they had the option. They did it. I don't know. Okay, great. And so I was like, all right, sure. And what it's supposed to do is like, hey, like, this is what we're doing. Like, I get to customize that message. Like, there's little balls of yarn and like a little Christmas tree and a little sheep, you know, and like, it says, hey, this is what we're doing tonight. And then when it gets to your text message, it should give you a little link that says, sorry, my phone is freaking out. That says join the live.
Yeah, that's what I got.
So it should look like this. Like,
yeah, and yes,
and you should be able to click that little join live button.
Yep.
And it takes you directly to where I am streaming. And it did not. It took people to Comment Sold's website. It took people to my website. It took people to just random Facebook pages. Like, it is a hot mess. And that happened on, I think, Miss Day Zero, where I went live when I should have had to move it in that whole rigmarole. And so I found that out and I chatted in and she goes, oh, well, like when on my back end, I can see a thing and it says like, where do you want to go live? So like I have to have my iPad up and I push the button that I'm recording and then that streams to my computer. And then once my stream is up, then it lets me choose the items that we're going to do. I choose that. And then it tells me, where do you want to send all this information? Right. So I choose my targets and it gives me like my Facebook page, my Facebook group, my Comment Sold web store, which I don't have set up because I cannot manage one more thing. I just cannot do it. Okay. I can't. Just can't. And then Comment Sold offers you an app. Like I could make a shopping app. They will build me a shopping app and we could do it on the app as well. Well, great. I also don't necessarily want an app. Like I'm sure it would be very easy for people to use. I'm sure people would really like it. I just can't do one more thing right now.
Right. And plus your customers don't want to like download an app.
I don't think that they want to download an app. That's me personally. I don't think that I would want to download an app. So I'm assuming they all probably don't. So it said that like my problem the first time I went live, like on the 12th, the reason that it was an issue was that I had unticked all those boxes and I only went live in the group. Like you have to also go live somewhere else. Like you have to have at least 2 targets. So this time I had a sticky note on my computer. Like my sticky notes are not small. Okay. Mm-hmm. And in a big black marker, it said, make sure everything is ticked. Like tick all the boxes.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And so I ticked group. I didn't untick web store. I didn't untick app. It should have worked.
It did not.
It didn't. It did not. Mm-mm. And like, though a bunch of people found me because they have their notifications turned on in my Facebook group.
Right. That's how I found you.
To go and like, oh, they see it on the app, on their message. They get the, hey, she's live. Mm-hmm. They then can go into their notifications and click it and get right to me. But like, that means I have to give people 10, 15 minutes to get,
to find you.
Because there is another app that does this supposedly does the same thing. I say supposedly because you know what? Me and technology, we're not close.
Technology is great until it doesn't work, right? How often does it happen to all of us?
It's not. And so
and it's frustrating, right, Lindsay? Because like you are a very tech savvy person. So when
I appreciate you saying that so much, Robin. I'm here for the compliments too.
That's how we started this conversation today, y'all.
That was the pre-show moment. Sorry.
I was filming something and they were like, I was like, I'm sorry guys, I'm filming. And Lindsay said some super nice things about me. I was like, okay, I'm going to put that camera away. I'm just going to be here for the compliments. But
I love it.
But you are like, compared to just any average adult, you are incredibly tech savvy because you have to manage 800 different things and understand what in the world they're talking about. Mm-hmm. So you are. So when the very simple steps of this, and you're like, I did that.
Here, you know what? Here's the thing I'm going to say to the Comment Sold people today. You know what? Look, I'm not mad at the person who's answering my chat. I'm just mad. Okay. It's not your fault. I'm not mad at you, but I am frustrated. So you're going to feel that today. You're going to feel it. Because here's the thing. Computers do exactly what you tell them to do. At least that's what I used to tell my students. If you tell your student, if a student told a computer, like, undo this, your computer does it. So you are giving them computer commands when it does those things.
Right.
It's doing what you tell it to do. Now, here's the thing. I did what I was told to do. I told the computer to do what it was supposed to do. Your system did not do what it was supposed to do, which means someone on your end didn't tell the computer to do what it was supposed to do in the right order or the right way. I don't write code, but I have friends who do. And if you need assistance, I will call my coder friends and have them help you because we done.
Mm-hmm.
Like I will have Brad Wilson on the phone in a hot minute. And he will show up.
B-Rad? DJ B-Rad?
DJ B-Rad.
I love DJ B-Rad. He's my favorite.
No.
Oh, I love DJ B-Rad.
So yes. Because he's a coder. He writes code. So like there have been times where I'm like, look, I don't understand what's happening. And he's like, give me a second. And like he goes in the back into Shopify, he's like, oh, this was stupid. I fixed it. Thank you, Brad.
That's so I agree with Robin. You are very, very savvy. So like last night I was on the back end. I was trying to figure out how I could redo my website, but I was like, okay, how do I back up my website so that my website that's active is still going while I'm recreating something new over here? And at the same time, how do I start a Shopify website and have that be the shop in my own website without messing anything up, right? And I'm like, I'm a smart person. I'm sure I can figure this out. I just have to I have to find the correct person to guide me through the steps. If I can understand the steps, I'm like, I got this, right? Because honestly, I don't know what I want. And I don't trust giving somebody else the opportunity to try and figure out what I want. I want to figure out what I want. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I want to mess around with it myself. I want to do it, but I want to do it without messing things up.
Sure.
But it's like I always tell my husband, I'm like, I know just enough to get me in trouble. Yeah. Like I know just enough code, just enough the way things work. I'm like, just enough to get me in trouble. And, I mean, Robin, you see me mess around with like the FG funnel stuff, and I'll go around. I'm like, all right, I can figure this out. And then I figured it out, and I feel like I'm like on top of the mountain. I'm like, yes,
yeah,
got it.
It's a real thing, but like I think I might be able. This is gonna sound. I can't believe I'm about to say these words. I can't believe this is about to come out of my mouth. I might actually be able to help you figure out how to make Shopify work on your website.
I'm sure. I mean, I have found literal teaching, like Udemy sort of courses to show you how to do it. So yeah, I think you could. I mean, I want a better user experience on my website. I want my blog to be the blog, but I want my website to be a better user experience. And so that's one of my goals for 2023. I got a lot of goals for 2023. A lot of goals. But you're absolutely right. When technology doesn't work, it doesn't work. Like when people buy a course, I mean, we've talked about this before. You buy the course, right? You buy it in ThriveCart. ThriveCart sends a tag to ConvertKit to say this person purchased this. ConvertKit says, okay, they need to get this email so they know how to log into MemberVault. ConvertKit sends that tag to MemberVault, says, oh, this person purchased this, put this email in this course so that way when they log in, they can get this course, right? There's a full system. It all works. Yeah. If for some reason the purchaser uses the wrong email address, they type in something wrong, or a different email address than they've purchased before, that gets broken up, right? But I can't tell you how many emails my customer support team gets that are just like very accusatory, very, you did, why would I ever buy something from people who don't want to deliver? But I'm like, right, first, I really want to deliver you the stuff. I really want to. I really, really want to. But there's no reason for the hostility. That's the best thing about the customers. For the most part, everybody is really kind. Oh, oops, I made a mistake, or whatever.
Yeah. Like, oh, that's totally my fault. Let me fix it.
But I think it's important. We do have to remember, usually it might be a user error. It might be technology failing us. I mean, it's not because of a lack of, I'm not trying to screw you over. Like, Lindsay wants you to show up to Hankmas. Yeah. She wants you there. She's not like, oh, sign up for these messages, then I'm going to send you over here. Like, that's not her goal.
Like, no, I'm pretty sure Lindsay would like to sell stuff.
Nothing more infuriating. Like, I have been promoting this event now. I mean, honestly, I've been talking about it since July.
Yeah.
And like, everybody knows about it. We've been talking about it on here. And now everybody wants to show up. And they're like, how do I even get there? I don't even know.
Right.
And like, that's the whole point of the text message. The messenger message is so that people can find it.
Right.
So I was like,
it should have been, it should have been really cool. Hit that button.
Yeah. And like,
that would have
the
been
other
great.
thing is like, So I started using the back end of Comments Sold. It's called like it's in the back end. It's called the live overlay.
Mm-hmm.
And so I started only using that recently. I remember when they launched it and it was so buggy. It was such a huge issue that I was like, I'm not touching that for a hot minute. And then I got used to doing it a certain way. Like, this is how I do it. And this is what we do. And I totally forgot that it existed until my account rep was like, hey, have you used the overlay? Like, it would make it a lot faster for you. I was like, oh, I didn't know that was a thing. She taught me how to do it. Great. So we started using the overlay. So the overlay is what allows you to do the messenger message. So like, I used to just do it. Like, I just went to Facebook, went live, linked the items, and then we were live. And so that didn't give you the message. So like, I literally am doing extra steps so that people will get the messenger, because Facebook sometimes won't give you, like, won't send you a notification, or your phone doesn't ding, or like you're in the kitchen and your phone's in the living room and you didn't see it. Like, or like Facebook decides to reset your notification settings on your groups. That's actually a thing they do.
That happens.
Mm-hmm.
So like, it's one of those things that you don't know until like and I'm like, this is supposed to fix that problem, because like, I remember one of my very best customers, she's been with me for years. We've met in person, like we're friends in real life. She was like, how did I miss this live sale? And I was like, what do you mean? Like, I sent a newsletter. It was on Facebook. Like, you should have gotten a notification. You're in the group. Like, it was in the group. You should have gotten a notification. Go check your notifications and see. And no notification. And she has all of her notifications turned on.
Yeah, it happens.
It's crazy.
So back to Hank Miss. What was it? Can we show everybody what it was?
Yeah, I have one here because I made more than I needed for last night. Not more than I need, but more for this hair right here. I did not get it up. That's gonna have to get fixed. That's not.
It's so funny when you're looking at your own face, the things that bother you, which
driving me nuts.
did not concern me at all.
See it. No.
Driving me nuts. It's just like flapping in the breeze.
But it's your own face that bugs you.
Right?
I know. Anyway,
so it's we never could figure out what to name it, so we called it the no name bag, and then we just made it fancy, and now it's the Nonomy.
I love it.
We added an accent because we're fancy.
Mm-hmm. Fancy.
So it's a bag that. Hang on. Let me put it works better if there's something in it. Let me put my coffee mug in it. All right. Needs weight. It collapses down.
I love it.
So
it's awesome.
I love it.
On the inside, like my coffee, my tea mug's in there, but like to give you an idea, because it's hard to show that like on a so it like collapses down into a yarn bowl. Like, that's my coffee mug. So it collapses down into a yarn bowl, and the idea there is to, like, if you have a very finicky project, you can then pull the zipper away from the yarn. Does that make sense? That was the point. So that's the Nonomy, because it doesn't have a name.
Now, did they sell out last night?
For a year and a half. And then finally Dave was like, it's the Nonomy. I was like, Nonomy? What the
heck's that?
And he's like, it's the no name. I just added an accent. I was like, sold American.
That's awesome. So did it sell out last night? Are there still some available? Like, how does that work for people who are like, oh, I didn't know about this, or I missed last night?
Right.
Like, how can they still get it?
Honestly, I have not checked. I have no idea.
I will tell you, because I was nosy about that too.
Okay.
But you should tell them, like, you had.
So I had 82 of them. Because they're 40 fabrics, and I make double of. This is why this one's on my desk, because I make one of everything, and then this is how it works. Okay, so I make one of everything, and then once it settles, then I make what's sold. I don't make extra. Does that make sense? So like, I accidentally made 2 of these. I'm not worried. I know that this fabric will sell for obvious reasons. But so I made 2. That's why I was on my desk. So there's 82 because I make double of that. So there were 84 total items yesterday. Oh, you know what? I know how to find this. Hang on. I have to find the button that I need. That button.
You're saying a whole bunch of numbers, and in my mind, I'm hearing phenomena. Do 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 do.
Yeah, because right now it's saying in your, because I went to the Aaron Lane Bags Common Sold,
Yeah.
and right now it's saying like I could put anything in my cart, and I'm like, I know all of those bags are not there.
So they're set, like, according to this, hang on, I have to find another button. How many tabs can Lindsay have open today? Admin, that's what I need. Okay, sorry.
Because like if you click on it, then it'll say like add to wait list, but like
yeah.
as a user,
I've asked them to change that, and they're like, no, that's how it works. I'm like, that is very misleading to a customer.
That's super frustrating because now you just
frustrating.
So I have not found one yet.
Okay, because according to the thing, there's one.
There's one left.
There's
out
one
of 82. There's one left.
It's a liar. It's a liar.
There's
Yeah.
none
So,
left?
but
Well, here's the thing. It says that there's none left because they're either sitting in carts.
right.
So like there are people who are still checking out. Like I have how many open carts? I have, where's the number? Wow, a lot. I have 29 people who have them sitting in carts currently. So if those people make decisions, they're like, oh, I don't want this one, then it goes to the next person in line. So like you can go, like Robin said, you can add yourself to a wait list. Like let's say you, and I'm sorry guys, there are not photos of them. I'm so sorry. Like that is not a thing I can do. Thank miss. But
you should say this because last night I watched the whole thing because I wanted to know all the fabrics that you're doing. So now I know the names of each of them.
Yeah.
And so when you do your live streams, I'm going to be like already have sold type in and just like wait for you to say the magic word. Because I already will know now, okay, I want this fabric and that fabric.
And notice she's not telling you what fabric because she doesn't really have to say that fabric.
She's not telling you which fabric.
She is not giving that information.
She's not going to tell you.
She's like, nope.
I'm also not telling them how I found the live stream. That's your problem. I would like less people in the group. Thank you. Then I have a better chance. There's only 82 and there's more people watching. No.
Okay, wait. You know what? I'll tell you here.
You have an inside track here.
I'll give you some hope for tonight, okay? You ready? Tonight, do you want to know how many potential pieces there are?
Yeah.
250.
Sweet.
That's hilarious.
But like it's about how many. The way I do it, it's not like, oh, I'm gonna make 6 of this or 2 of that. Like it really boils down to how it cuts. Like in 60 inches, I can get 5 of this or 2 of this or 3 of this. Like that's how the math works. So
after this, I want to know what fabric you like because I've seen all the fabrics. So
I think you know what fabric I like.
I mean,
I think you would know. So I didn't click on anything last night, so you're not gonna know.
Yeah, but I can see what you've purchased previously.
Yeah, but
she loves geometrics and flowers.
Ellie.
Did you just call me Ellie?
I'm like Marley Bird. Shut up.
I do too. I love geometrics and flowers and sheeple. So hey, I'm covered.
So yeah. So we have 40 fabrics every night. We're just doing 40 fabrics every night.
Look at her. She's like, abort mission, abort mission, abort mission.
Abort.
Right rudder. Oh God.
So anyway, that's what it is. But just because, like Robin, like you said, you didn't click on anything, but if you had added yourself to wait lists, like I know for a fact that there's one item that's already been through 12 carts.
Oh my.
So like, yeah, like the things that Hank missed, like I normally kind of try to watch it a little bit, like after a certain point, and I can't, like the comment sold team is like, we need to know what you're doing. And I was like, no, you don't.
Yeah.
Right.
And they're like, no, like, how do you do this? And I'm like, I'm not buying things that are already, I'm making them. Mm-hmm. When they're gone because I don't have more. I can't order more. I have to make more.
Right.
And so like they move through carts so quickly sometimes, like on the wait list side, that it is like
It's worth it to get on the wait
it's
list.
worth it to be on a wait list because truthfully, like there's a very good chance. Like one of my very good customers was number 39 of 39 on a wait list. That person got that bag.
Yeah, you just never know.
Yeah.
And you can pre-authorize purchase, right? Like, how does that work?
Yeah. So you can pre-authorize. So like when you put yourself on a wait list, it'll say, do you want to go to the front of the line? And so essentially, like, think about if like you're standing in line at the post office, what would you pay to get to the front of that line immediately? It's like that. So instead of saying like, I want to be notified and have the opportunity to buy it, you're literally like, here's my credit card, just charge me and send me the thing.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what a pre-authorization is. So it's that's
I know you were worried about like
too many things because they move so quickly.
I know you were worried about the people can't see the pictures, but like just so people know that if you go to erinlangbagscommentsold.com, yes, for Hankamas she doesn't have a picture up, but you do tell everybody what the fabric is.
You can go look up photos of that fabric on
you don't even have to look it up, just scroll down and you can see it in other things that you were, like you have stash finders, in the same ones, you have interchangeables, you have it on here so you could still see the fabric.
Yeah, so
if you just want to double check.
Yeah, so that's what we're doing, all the things. That's what we're doing. So
I love it. I think it's amazing. Can I just tell you, this is taking forever, the ribbing. And
well,
you knit so fast.
Well, I've knit other things since I finished this.
Yes, I saw.
And I'm in love.
It's so cute.
It's a really great hat. That's a great hat.
It's so awesome.
Yeah.
It is so awesome. So now I pulled this one out, but it's Purl 3 Knit 1, Purl 3 Knit 1. And I know that when it's time for the body, because I'm me, there's no way I'm going to follow the pattern. I'm going to make something new. So that way I have a new pattern, because why would I want to make two of the same thing? I'm not going to do it.
No, that's why we don't.
I can't do it. So when I get to the part where it's time for I am making a cuff because this is a large bit because I want the cuff.
Yeah.
But I'm going to do a different pattern for the body of the hat. So that way I have a different pattern. So that way I can put this pattern out too. So I pick it up and it's just, you don't have to think about it. Like I know exactly what's going on with it, which is great, which is really awesome. Cool. So Hankamas was successful.
So what?
First night.
Yeah.
First night.
Yes. There's only one left.
Well, then she said
there's one left, but if I go on the back end, it's not there. So I don't know what.
She doesn't trust it.
No. I know.
All right.
Technology.
So can I mention something that I realized yesterday? And I'm going to share with all of you, all my friends. Okay. So I have a meeting later on today at 1:30 Chicago time. Robin doesn't know about this yet, but it's with the people that do my second email. So Prime Publishing does my second email, and it's usually it's literally the email of here's a bunch of really great pattern links. Why don't you go check these out? Right. So there's the email that is the insider Marley Bird email. This is the, Marley's Bird's Nest sort of email. I think it's, something like that. Anyways, my contract with Yarnspirations requires a certain number of trackbacks that I send to them. All right. So very much like, hey, you guys check out, we'll find a pattern. We'll put it up on Facebook. Hey, go check out this pattern at Yarnspirations. When you click it, it has a tracking code that it lets Yarnspirations know that I sent you there to look at it. Right. Yeah. Whether you buy anything or not, just send it to them. So I am 35,000 trackbacks away from a very large bonus. 35 is not that much. But I have to have it done here by December 31st.
Okay.
So
everyone click all the links.
So when this email goes out, everybody, spend some time and go look at some patterns that you might find some really great patterns, because they have really great patterns. They're always pumping out new patterns. But I'm going to be sending out an email that's essentially like, hey, here are a lot of my favorite patterns from Yarnspirations. Here are some great yarns you might not have, noticed that we put out this year. I could use your support. Just throwing that out there.
The links.
Mhm.
Yeah, like really need your support. It would be very, very helpful.
But like that's the best way of supporting. If all you need somebody to do is click a link.
Yeah, go check out.
That's
I'm
the kind
asking
of
you.
support I can
Yeah,
do.
I'm literally asking you to click these links to go look at some wonderful patterns and yarn at yarnspirations.com. That's what I want you to do. And I'm not going to give you bogus like, hey, look at this, and it's something really cheesy. I mean, there are cheesy things.
Marley has impeccable taste, and we know that.
Yeah, I'm going to give you good stuff to go check out. But if y'all could help me with that, would really, really, really appreciate it. Because I mean, like, so I'm going to mention something in the Minions group too eventually, but like there's 17,000 people in that group, I think. And I'm like, if everybody just clicked twice, that would be great.
Right?
You know, it's not going to happen.
So this is a good question. This is a good question. Do we need to click all the links or spend more time on their website? Which is better?
All the links. I mean, all the links. It's my data, my results are based on clicked links.
Noted.
Clicked links. So
Julia asked, can we also click the links on your blog? Does that also help?
Yeah, if they're linked to your inspirations, absolutely. Yeah. Which is a whole nother topic. And I did talk to Robin about this. So part of the whole blog thing and trying to up better my blog and stuff. The last time I redid my blog was 2020. And when we did that, we lost a whole bunch of photos. And when I say lost, it's like all of a sudden they all came up as broken links, but they're still in my system. The system just can't find them. So I found a workaround. It is such a pain in the rear, but I have to do it. But I have to find where all of these broken images are. So what I'm going to ask is I'm going to ask people like sort of like community help and say, hey, I'm going to set up this webpage. If you guys could help me by going through my website and helping me find where the broken images are, like I'm going to set up a spreadsheet of like, hey, I looked at, here's the page I looked at. It has broken links here. You don't have to tell me what they are. Just be like, yeah, it has broken images here. Just so that I know, okay, so this blog post or this page or this whatever, because the time that it's taking for me to do it is just astronomical.
Well,
so if
also
I could get help with that, that'd be
if you have a group of people doing it, that's always it's
always better, right?
If many hands make light work, like that's the way to do it.
Right. And so I figured if we could break it up like time like in the 2020 month December or whatever, break it up by months, and people are like, hey, I'm going to take this, and then they can go through and see. I would like some help with that, and then I'm willing to pay with free patterns and stuff. So we're going to be talking about that coming up. I'm looking for community help because I need some help.
So what's going on with Stash Busting Quickies? They have what, 4 more days?
4 more days.
4 more days.
Wow. 4 more days. Yep. Christmas Eve, midnight Christmas Eve, it goes away. I'm wearing the Belleville. Is that what's one's called?
Belleville.
The Belleville shrug. It's done with a fingering weight yarn. This was Drew and Borski's Gemstones yarn. This one's crocheted. I don't know if you can really see. They're like, they're not popcorn. They're puff stitch.
Bubbles.
I can't remember. Or are they bean? I can't remember. Anyways, it's just a comfortable little piece just to put on. It's really lightweight. It'd be great for any time of year, just to pop on. This is the crochet version or the crochet style version of the knit one that I wore. That's black and gray. Same style, just different yarn, different stitch pattern, all that.
Because like, look, I love you. I love you. But like, you're not great at remembering to take things off your website. Like,
no, I'm not.
Like every day you're like, oh, that's still up there. I should take that down. Hurry, go get it. Like that's the thing. But like on the 24th, you have it like set to turn off. Like it's not gonna. It's not like
called out. Yes, it's set to turn off.
Yeah.
It's set to turn off. Yes.
We don't have to do it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's set to.
So like you don't have to remember on the 24th where you accidentally maybe had 1 or 2 too many aviation.
It shouldn't be like that. No, it's set to go off. It's set to go to a page of, hey, so happy you wanted Stash Busting Quickies. It's done for this year. If you'd like to get notification of our next event, fill out this information.
So like it's for real going away.
It's for real
Yes.
going away, back into the vault.
Back into
Yep.
the
And then next year we'll put up individual patterns so people could buy them individually if you want. But honestly, once you buy like 3 of them, you've already bought the whole stack.
Yeah, like if you buy 3 patterns, you've paid for the stash.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
easily.
Exactly. I love this, Carlene. Carlene's like, minions to the rescue. I hope so. I could really just, I'm not really big person to really ask for help very often. I mean, I ask for help, you know, with Robin and like my close
Yeah.
area.
Our
I do ask
team,
for help.
right? With our team,
Right. But I mean, asking for help outside, I don't really ask for help very much. I don't think. I mean, maybe I do. I don't think I do. I don't feel like I do.
You should.
I try and do a lot on my own. I try and do as much as I can on my own until I've exhausted my resources. And then I'm like, I need help. So that's kind of where that thing is. So yeah, Stash Busting Quickies is still up. I think it's let me come over here. Let me do a share screen because I think it has the timer on it and everything. You're making me second guess myself.
I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry.
I thought you said that you had like an alarm set or something, and so I was like, wow, she's really serious. Because like you don't typically do that. So I was like, oh, like she's serious.
Yeah. So like, yeah, look, it has the countdown.
4 days, 12 hours, 15 minutes.
Yeah. Like it's actually going to go away. So yeah, this will all go back into the vault. All this gets put away. Look at all this stuff. It's actually 51 patterns if you guys
And this is the last Stash Busting Quickies, right? You won't be doing volume 4.
Yeah, volume 3 is it, because y'all know I don't like 4. Because if I did 4, I'd have to do 5. And I honestly feel like this has run its course.
Yeah.
This is so much work. There's so much involved with it. And I feel like there's other opportunities and other things that we can do. So we're going to be shifting gears. So this is the last.
I have an idea.
Okay.
Oh,
so
God.
this is the last Stash Busting Quickie. Look, I did remember to put up the crochet
hats in.
I did put up the crochet hats. But so if you guys
our heart is just going in a different direction. Instead of like pumping out 50 brand new patterns, our heart's going somewhere else.
Right. But you can see
in good ways.
All of the patterns here. There are a ton of patterns and we cut some patterns. So I have other patterns that are going to be coming out, which is really awesome. So you can have all this, you can look at all the different things people said. I don't know why that one says 5 days. Well, now I got to go fix that.
Sorry.
It's all right. But yeah, it should have been the same stuff, but it'll say 4 days here in just a minute. Yeah, so it's going back in the vault. So Christmas Day, it goes back in the vault. So it ends midnight Christmas Eve.
All right.
Yep, that's how that works. Speaking of, where are we? We're 42 minutes.
Of course we are.
Hey, we never said the show was fast. The patterns are quick. The show isn't.
Right. All right. So at 42 minutes, I'm going to write that in there right now. At 42, the show starts. Okay.
And like, look, you can also just go to the website. You do not have the patterns are free. They are there on the blog. You can click through.
They're here to talk to us.
We'd love to have you here. But
we're here to talk to us.
To hang out with my friends.
All right. So this is the 24 days of quickies, everybody. Let's jump to it. So I'm going to go to the end, maybe end. And then I'm going to scroll up because that was brilliant, smart.
Brilliant,
smart. All the comments. I'm just bypassing all the comments. All right. So here we are, December 20th. I can't believe it's December 20th already. And I cannot believe that it's December 20th and I'm feeling like, oh my gosh, it's so close to Christmas. And my anniversary is the 22nd. Like, can we just put that together? Like that, none of that really at the time of my life, it just was not really registering. You know what I mean? I mean, does this really shock you that I was just like, let's go? I mean, we were engaged November 4th, married December 22nd, same year. Like, it was like,
you really went fast.
Oh yeah. We were like, let's just be done with this. Yeah. I just wanted to get it done. I mean, the venue was already decorated for Christmas. I didn't have to do any extra. I was like, sold. Like, let's go.
Well, I'm sure it was pretty. No, I did not realize you guys were a Christmas wedding.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty lovely, actually. I love it. Oh, I clicked it. I didn't mean to click it. I'll click it again. Hand jam crochet. So if you guys remember, we started off the 24 days of quickies.
Trust me, I remember.
With hand jam. Because
Hannah's stuff, stunning.
It's so
you
cute.
didn't get that armadillo. You missed out.
Yeah, she has the cutest items. All right, so it looks like we're getting another little bauble here. If you remember, she put together an entire like thing of baubles.
And you can still get it. Don't worry. You can still get the whole thing.
It's also Hannah's birthday today.
Is
Hannah's
it really?
birthday.
Hannah,
Happy birthday.
Her birthday. So happy birthday, Hannah.
I
Hannah,
love it.
your stuff is beautiful.
Hannah's
Just
stuff
beautiful.
Is beautiful. What is with this person? I don't want you. I don't want you in here. Get out. Okay.
Well,
every day.
somebody.
All right. So this is really, really cute. Like super
Stunning,
duper
Hannah.
cute.
Super great.
Scroll down to find the free version of the pattern. You can purchase the ad-free PDF, printable PDF ebook of 21 bauble patterns with the charts and written color block chart changes on the collection here, along with this bonus present one.
You
So
will not be disappointed if you do that.
She puts together, it's really, so a lot of you are very familiar with the Marley Birdhouse, very similar sort of setup. And it's just Hannah's house. Hannah's house. That's what it should be. Hannah's house. So she does a very, very good job with it all. You can subscribe to her newsletter. I'm just going to keep scrolling here. We're just going to keep going with all of the stuff. I love all of these baubles on her tree.
Oh, stunning.
It's just really great.
Love it.
It's really great. Like, I would love to meet her. I know that Brianna and I have talked about trying to do a meetup with Hannah and Michelle from MJ Off the Hook Crochet. And I would love to make that happen eventually, one day.
Yeah.
So she has all of these baubles. There's so many different options of baubles here as part of the 24 days of Quickies. You can still get the ebook if you want, but we are looking for that lovely little button that says download the free pattern. We're going to just keep scrolling. And just like most of the blogs, it's going to be close to the bottom. I don't even know if did I subscribe to her YouTube channel last time?
I don't know.
Hope so.
I'm going to check.
I mean, I feel like you probably did, but let's double check.
I didn't. Look, I didn't. I'm going to subscribe now.
You have to subscribe.
Let me play it. I'm going to let it play. Give me a second.
No worries. But yeah, everything that Hannah does is gorgeous. It's definitely, if you're a crocheter, you want to follow Hannah.
Yeah.
And yes, those are crocheted. They're not knit.
Yep.
Yeah, they are crocheted.
Cute. Hi, everyone. It's Hannah from Crochet. All right. I love it. So you can go back and watch all that if you would like to. Purchase or print. I'm going to keep going because we're looking for that big red button because we're here for the 24 days of Quickies. Look, if that one says ho, ho, ho.
Oh, yeah.
So good.
I love it. It's just cute. It's just great. And if you like split single crochet, you'd also love magical stitches from Brianna K Designs because they're magical. So cute. Such cute stuff. All right, so I'm going to keep scrolling here. She uses Stitch Fiddle too. We all use Stitch Fiddle because it's just so convenient. All right, here it is. Get your free pattern PDF here. I'm going to scroll down just to kind of see what's going on. So you can see here, this is a pinnable image. So you can definitely pin the image. Here's where you can share and look at more of her items. I'm going to come up here, get your free PDF. I'm going to add my name over here. It doesn't want to auto-populate. Here, get your PDF here, sign up and receive. All right, pop it up. I'm going to click the down arrow. Such great pictures.
Such beautiful.
This is just stunning, Hannah. Oh, it's so pretty.
I really, you know what? When I was working with them, with Michelle and Hannah and Brianna, like they all do some of the best layouts. That's what made, remember, Robin? That's where I was like, we need to up our game. Like,
yeah, your work is just beautiful.
It really, really is. So I'm going to put it in inspiration and patterns. It's where I usually keep this stuff. And it's saved right there for me, ready to go. But you can see, I mean, guys.
Beautiful layout.
It really, really is. They do such a great job.
Yeah.
And those three women in particular, like they work together really well. Like they have a very similar aesthetic and they do really good stuff.
It's beautiful.
Really, really beautiful stuff. All right. So you guys can go check that out yourself when you get your free pattern from Hanjan Crochet. And if you go to the top here, you can see she has other patterns and tutorials and other items up here. Hannah lives in England, so I know it's later in the day there. Happy birthday, Hannah. Oh, she's in here. Oh, I didn't know she was in here. Hi, Hannah. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Very cool. All right, so I'm going to come back over here. So that is the awesome little bauble for today. Now we have the Simply Hooked by Janet will make you a queen or king for a day with this adorable crown pattern. Super cute. Guys, I will tell you, like, I made some crown patterns, not these. I made different ones when the kids were younger, and they loved playing with them. You know what else they loved? Caden loved the patch, like a pirate patch for the eye. He loved it. Like, it was just so much fun. So these things can be super fun to add to like your dress up kits. Like, I don't know if kids still have those. Like, we had a chest of dress up stuff. So we had like
absolutely
the heels and like the Disney dresses and all that. Like, Caden and Alora loved playing with that. Like, they would dress each other up. Caden would come out because Caden is so sensory. Like, everything's very sensory for him. So he'd put on the plastic heels and he would clack a clack a clack a clack a clack a clack. And as he come down the hall in the wood hall, and he'd be so happy. He'd hate that I'm telling that story. I know he would, but it just made him so happy, you know, because it's just
a very satisfying noise, though.
He loved it. He loved it. And then the silkiness of the dress is just awesome. So anyways, these are really great items you can make. Let's click on it. Simply Hooked by Janet. Hello, Janet. You are adorable. Crown ear warmer pattern. I mean, come on.
That's really cute.
So
that is adorable.
It looks like Stephanie said, it looks like the crowns you get in the crackers.
That's what I was, the Christmas crackers. Yeah.
Crackers.
Super duper cute. Comes in 3 different sizes. You know what? I will put it here just in case. So now I'm connected to you. I'm going to keep going. We've talked about this, the importance of the newsletter. Guys, the newsletter is so important because Google, Facebook, everything is always changing the algorithms. And like, one of the tried and true ways we have a chance to actually get in touch with you is with a newsletter.
Yeah.
So it is very, very important. All right, so we're going through here. These are cute. Like, she has some other stuff here too. Yeah. Loving this. All right, so I'm just going to keep scrolling through. Looks like the pattern is free on the website too. All right, so my patterns, 1 to 3 photos per PDF. Usually a stitch tutorial, no extra colors. Most patterns are 1 to 3 patterns in length, easy to read. Great. So printer friendly, buy it on Ravelry, but we're looking for the free today because that's part of 24 days of Quickies right here. Great. So I'm going to just keep scrolling just to see down here. So the pattern is free on her website. So if you are somebody who likes to just get free patterns on the website, great. It's available for you. But we're going to click here and see where that takes us. Takes us to Ravelry. I am logged in. I will tell you, I don't answer my Ravelry messages. I'm going to click on buy it now. It comes up as free, and I'm going to click pay with PayPal, and it will automatically get stored in my library, and it gets into my downloads automatically.
Perfect.
So there's that. Don't forget, I'm just clicking the back arrow, save to favorites. I'm going to put it in my 24 Days of Quickies bundle. And if you know you're going to make this, do like create a project. If you click create project, it'll create the project and it automatically links to it. And then you just put in all of your details right here.
I didn't know that. I'm not on Ravelry very much. I spend all my time sewing. It's fine. But the bundling thing would have been so helpful in my.
Yeah. It's really awesome, especially like, say there's a certain designer that you really like and you just want to just collect all of their patterns in one piece. Or maybe you're looking for a specific, maybe you're collecting all the patterns you want to make over this next year. And you're like, I must make in 2023 queue. Yeah. And then you have your other queue of stuff that's like, okay, it's kind of like it's there, but these are I'm making these, you know what I mean? Like, it's just another way to stay organized. It's really awesome. And then of course you can always
file folders. So
yes.
Here to get
so you can always click the designer's name if you want, and you can go and take a look at what other patterns they have done. So these are her patterns in general. And then if you click on those, half the time, if it goes to her website, it'll have a link in there. If you can purchase it, it'll have a link in there. But you can always just take a look at what other items the designers have made. And it's just fun to look through and get a good look at stuff. I think it's always interesting when I go to designers who their stuff is so, like, the colors that they always use are very curated and carefully put together. Like mine screams like a rainbow barfed on my screen because I have just colors everywhere. Like, but then it's true. Like, it's so true. But then look at this. So this designer, this
I
is a
so
new,
barfed on my screen.
it's true. I will show you. So this designer here, this is a new to me designer. And look, just even the ones I chose, you can see they're all like carefully put together, right?
Mhm.
And so let's just see what her items are. I'm not even gonna look at her patterns. I'm gonna look at her portfolio. They're all beautifully, carefully curated, really lovely, soothing. Like that's an anomaly, but they're just like these really great colors, right? And it's not like this is all from one book or anything. No, this is her style. This is her aesthetic. Beautiful, right? You're just like, oh, I could sit here and look at all this all day long. No, then you go to Marley Bird. Just so we're clear. Yep. She likes color. Like, guys, this is no joke. It's like a rainbow barfed on my page. Like, it is everywhere. Oh, no, it doesn't stop there. Even in the books I've done, even in the collections that I'm doing with Robin, I'm dragging that bitch into my color world, too, because look at this. It is. Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean for that to come out. But, I mean, I'm making her do color. It's color everywhere, y'all. It's color, and it didn't stop. Like I started, don't stop, won't stop. Like I'm color all over the place. You try and put me in a beige world. This is the beige world that I was made to put in for this book.
That
and I
collection.
had to call Robin in for help. I was like, I am so uninspired. I can't do this. I can't do this. Yeah, you guys, this is serious. I mean, look. Tell me this does not look like just big old unicorn poop. Just all the colors. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying it's poop. I'm saying, but it's all the colors. I cannot stop.
But like Marley, true story here. Like, okay, so I think I've told the story. I think you've heard the story before. Y'all might have heard the story before. I don't know. But when I worked at my LYS in college, or right after when I was student teaching, somewhere in there. That was before Ravelry and the internet and free patterns on the internet and all that. So like there were notebooks of like physical patterns that you would buy, right? Y'all remember this. And I had a lady come in, she's like, I want to make a cardigan. I was like, great. So I get out like the 5 3-inch binders that are women's cardigans.
Right.
She flips through all 5 of them. And I'm like, did you not find anything you liked? Like that's so odd. There's so many great ones. Like we could go back through them. And she's like, no, I mean, there's lots of things in there that I would love to make. And I'm like, okay. Is there a problem? She's like, well, none of them are green.
True story. That happens all the time.
I'm like, but the yarn is whatever color you would like it to be. There are hundreds of colors on this wall. Yeah, but this one's not green.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like, I love, it's beautiful. Like if I've been scrolling through someone's patterns, it's beautiful to see that like beautiful, very curated aesthetic.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm like, I like color.
I like color. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I like color. I am not.
My aesthetic is almost always bright color on a dark background. That's what I do here.
Right. So here's what's crazy. My mom loves everything white. Her whole house is white.
It's
white
so
with
white.
the pop of color. You know what her pop of color is? Tan. So we're not talking like it's like magenta. It's like tan. So she comes to my world and I'm like, I've got to have color. Now, mind you, my shelves are white. Why are they white? Because I have color in the shelves. You know what I mean? But I love color. You give me a chance to go pick between like a tan or a taupe or an olive green or a lime yellow, greenish. I'm picking the lime every day, all day. Like that's just where I'm going. That's where my brain goes all the time. But I do get jealous of these like really beautiful collections where people can just stick kind of like with the same color palette. Like Brianna Kay sticks with a very similar color palette and everything is so beautiful on her website and I love it. But I could not do that. I could not do that. That's not how I roll.
If everybody looked the same, if everybody did the same thing, the world would be a very boring place.
I know. I know.
Mm-hmm.
I know. But yeah, I'm very, very color. I mean, hence this. You know how this was born? I'm going to tell you guys how this was born. Love Crafts contacted me I think I made this in 2020. And they're like, hey, we're selling your chic sheep. We would love for you to make a stocking using it. Any colors you want. I know that you have green, you have red, but you could use any colors you want. I was like, great. This is what I chose. I was like, pink
I remember
and gray and white.
I remember you texting me about it.
Yeah, because I'm like, this is what I want. I wanted this. So this is it's a quick pattern. It's really easy. I mean, I know you might not think that because it's color work, but I actually told people to do two-handed color work and then do duplicate stitch for the little detail inside the diamond. Just because, I mean, we've talked about this. I'm not really a fan of 3-color color work, even though I design with it. I don't like doing it very often, but I love the look. I love the finish of it. But this is today's knitting pattern. It's a stocking. 'Tis the season, Uptown Chic stocking pattern. This is done holding 2 strands of chic sheep. You do not have to use chic sheep, but you could hold 2 strands together and it works up really quickly. Click here for the free pattern. I'm going to come over here, Uptown Chic pattern. I'm just going to scroll through here. And it, all the things. There's more patterns if you want to check out more patterns. Here it is on Ravelry. I didn't put this up here. So click here for the ad free, click here. This is to purchase the ad free PDF. I'm going to look for the button because I'm hoping Chrissy put the button on here.
I'm sure Chrissy put the button.
I'm sure she did. So here are the instructions. And I did German short rows. They're very, very easy. Here are the instructions for the free pattern on the website. There it is. Get your free pattern here. So I'm going to click it. And it automatically went to my Adobe. So this is the free pattern. This is what it looks like.
Perfect.
Really, really simple.
Wonderful.
Really, really simple. But that's your free pattern today. I'm going to click. I don't have to download it. Guys, I have this pattern. Duh.
But hold on. Go back.
Okay.
Because we couldn't really see it before.
Okay.
Can you zoom in a little bit? So what you can't see what before, but look how cute the top is with the
seed stitch.
Thank you.
Yep.
And it just has you could tell that you can tell it's yours. It just has all those tiny little details in it that really make it cute.
I love the stripe with the little dots. Love
the
that.
Dots.
Yeah.
You know I love a dot. That's not a secret.
Oh yeah.
I love a dot.
Love a dot.
I love a dot. Did you notice? So it's 1 stripe, 3 stripe, 3 stripe, 1 stripe.
I did.
That's very important to me. Now you might be like, there are 4 sections of stripes. No. It's that these 2 match and those 2 match. And these 2 match, even with the German short row, that makes you go that makes me very happy. That's my happy world right there. Anyways, that's the stocking. That's that. It's real cute. There's a chart. There it was hanging on my, what is that called? Fireplace mantle. I'm like, what is that called? But yeah, that's
Coming out of your mouth. There you go.
that's that. I was trying to see if there's anything else. This was me working on it. So those are 9s. Purple's 9. Purple's a 9. So they're size 9 needles.
It's great.
Pictures along the way.
Yeah.
I don't know. But again, color. I just really like color. I mean, as you can tell, I was very happy. I was like, this is great. But that's the story behind this, is that I did it because Lovecrafts asked me to do it. And then I don't even think they promoted it, actually. I don't think I got it done in time for them to promote it. I don't remember. But so that's the knitting pattern for today. Let's look at the holiday armadillo. Pine Tree Crochet is offering 50% off all of their patterns on Ravelry using the code Quickies, valid until Christmas. So 50% off. Let's go take a peek at all of her Ravelry patterns. So I'm going to go to her pattern store so we can see. We looked at this yesterday. She's the one who did
the bookmark from yesterday.
Yep, the bookmark. So there's lots of other items here you can check out. 50% off, really, really reasonable prices. I mean, and I'm just going to throw this out there. I mean, you guys know that when you spend your money small with a small business like this, it goes a really, really long way. So if you're interested in any of these at all, and you have the money to spend and you're looking on where to share it, spending with designers like this or with yarn companies or with bag companies is a really great way to
when you shop with a small business, an actual person does a happy dance. Someone's
Yeah,
daughter can go
real.
to someone's can go to space camp. Like
Yes.
it's an actual, you can actually see your dollars help that person.
Yep.
Right. All right, so another giveaway for free yarn. Robin is in charge of the free yarn, so she's the one putting it all together.
I am. And I was going to say, we have about 5 people that have gotten back to Chrissy. So your yarn is going in the mail today. Hopefully you'll get it before Christmas. It's just nice to have something. So when Chrissy contacts you that you won yarn, make sure you go back to her. So
yeah,
because like I think we've been doing it for more than 5 days, but we only have 5 winners so far.
Okay, so it's total 12 days. So I don't even know what day we're on, but yeah. So yeah, click here. It takes you to King Sumo. You can enter to win. I don't want to do it because I don't want to get accidentally chosen, but you guys can follow through with all of that.
I'll send you some yarn. I know what you like.
You do know what I like. I know what you like.
That's what she said.
I got what you want.
Yes, I do.
Right here. Yeah, I do. All right. So come back tomorrow for your holiday armadillo and everything else, because we will be here. So
you know the way we spend our morning is we're laying in bed and we just send each other like TikToks all morning long.
All day.
Yes. Because I'm like trying to kind of wake up and I'm just like, oh, this is funny. And I'll send it. And then she'll send one to me and then I send one to her. It's just funny. It's what you do. It's like we're a married couple. Although last night,
our husbands wake up at stupid o'clock.
Stupid. Like 4 o'clock, 3:30 in the morning. That's John. I don't get it. Although last night I was sending him cars. I was looking at the used car lot at some different cars, and I'm like, this would be a good car. I like this car. To which his reply back was, "Hey, look, I found one even cheaper, and we get to return it after 5 days." He was like renting a car. It was like, really? Not the same, bucko.
It's so funny because John and I no wonder we like each other because John and I are very similar.
Very similar.
Yeah. Because it's everything that you say, I'm like, oh, I do that. I mean, because Mark sends me houses, he sends me cars, and I'm like, who do you think you're? What world do you live in?
So you're saying I need to go bar hopping with Mark and go shopping for cars because we both like beer. I know he can pick great restaurants.
John and I are going to cut up all of your credit cards.
I knew I liked Mark. I did. Not that I can afford a car right now. I know I can't. It's just there's that feeling of we need to get Joey a car. I don't want to get him an expensive car because he's a 17-year-old boy. But I'm like, if I'm going to spend money on a car, damn it, I want to buy it for me. I don't need a new car. I have a really nice car.
You have a beautiful
car. Your car is so nice.
It's so nice. But you know what's even better? An Escalade. or even better, a Range Rover.
Next, he's going to say G-Wagon.
I sent him a Range Rover that was like $130,000 just to see him, like, his face, like, go, what? Like, you want a what? Like, no way in hell. Like, no, that's way too much money. But I am saying, Grand Wagoneer was real nice.
Oh, man. The new Grand Wagoneers are real.
It was a 2022, and it was like,
Oh, my God.
You know the car I want super bad? Is a Blazer.
So our friends, when we had Hanukkah on Sunday night, told the most hysterical story.
Are you having a moment? Because I'm having a moment. I'm all, woo! It's really, really hot all of a sudden. You talk about like cutting up my credit cards, and I'm like, I'm sweating. There's some moist heat happening here. Woo! Oh my God.
Oh, no. So they told us the story about when they were first married that he works in the hospital and he parked his car because they couldn't even afford parking in the parking lot at the hospital. So he parked it on the side, went into work stupid o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning. He comes back and it's melted in black. So it had caught on fire. during the middle of the day. He comes back after a shift, like a 13-hour shift, and he's like, well, this is what happened here. Like, you know? So my daughter's listening to this. We get in the car yesterday to take her to swim team, and she's like, so Mom, could that thing that happened with Mr. Mark, like, happen to our car right now? And I'm like, shut up. My car's not that old. He's 5 years old. And she's like,
my sister's car caught fire. I can't remember what car it was. She was, I don't remember if she was on the street or in a parking lot, but it caught fire like out of nowhere.
Yep.
And I was like, holy moly. I can't remember what kind of car it was either. But
my car's not catching fire.
I know. I'm just saying. I like my car, and Joey really likes my car. So
yeah, I know he does. It's got a freaking luxury car.
Yeah, it's a great car. But I'm just saying. I mean, if I could get another car, guys, click the links. You can help me get a car. Help me help you. Click the links. All the links. All the links all the time. I'm helping Marley get a car. Helping her get a car.
And then they're going to have to, like,
oh, God.
send, like, subliminal messages to John. You know that's not going to happen.
No, I'd have to. Yeah, like, I'd have to do some things to get a car. to get a couple lighthouses in this house. That's what would have to happen. Get some different lighthouses. Because then, you know, he'd be like, all right, I'm listening. Let me hear your proposal. I'm going to have a sample of this to make this decision.
I love that you, like, I love you deeply. My husband drives a truck that is 2005. Okay?
I know.
It is 2020. Essentially, it is 2023. He drives a truck from 2005.
Mm-hmm.
It has a giant hole in the back of the tailgate.
Yeah.
But you know what? It runs. It gets you from point A to point B. And honestly, in the summer, that air conditioning cannot be beaten.
I get it. I'm just saying. I mean, how many of you, if you're going to spend money on a car, you want to spend it on? Maybe I'm selfish like that.
No, because when I bought a car, I bought me a car, and Dave got the truck.
That's what I'm saying.
Again, you are Mark. I am John.
Mark's car is nice. I've ridden in Mark's car.
I know he
not with Mark, like with
car.
you, but like
he gets the new car. I am just tried and true. I know how this one works. I know what all the buttons do. I do not want another one. It's the same thing when I have to get like a new phone. It drives me bonkers. I don't want it.
No, I want all the new. But drives me crazy. So John gave his truck to Kaden because John got a company car, right?
Right.
And then I have my car. To which John's like, well, Joey's going to get his license. He's going to drive your car. Excuse me?
Oh, excuse
no, he's not.
me.
He's not driving not unless you give me another car. He's not driving my car. I'm like, it's not happening. He's like, well, I just don't, why not? I'm like, because it's my car. That's my car.
My car. I bought it. It's mine.
Right? What I'm saying.
No, he should definitely not drive your car because your car is nice.
My car is also almost paid off. So like if I got another car, I could give that car to Joey because it is a safe car.
You're great that it's safe.
Land yacht. No,
but he's been learning how to drive that. He knows how to drive that.
He also stopped dead on the interstate when he
not anymore. Just that one time. When we all thought we were going to die. I saw Robin in the back seat. So this is how I die. This is how I go. This is how it happens. I mean, poor Robin has survived Kaden learning to drive and Joey learning to drive. I
mean, Marley switched drivers when Kaden was driving. I'm like, I'm not going back in that car. I'll take an Uber. That's fine. But you're driving. I will throw up right now.
Wow.
I'm just prepping her for her own kids.
Oh.
I can't wait till Will has to be on that wheel. It'll be hilarious.
It's going to be horrible. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to have nothing to do with this.
Will's going to get one of those horns that's like,
My car is old, and Ellie's still, she's still a couple years away. And Mark's like, well, we're gonna keep it until it's her car. And she's like, I don't want that car.
He's like, veto.
I mean, like, the air conditioning doesn't work, the heat doesn't work now. In 4 years, it'll be great. All that to say is, like, I have a lot of brothers. I come from a big family. And, like, my brothers just destroyed cars, like left, right. And the best thing my parents did was buy the cheapest of the cheap used car, because they didn't last long. They didn't last long with those new drivers.
When I met John, there was a hole in the floorboard on the passenger side, and the glove compartment door kept falling down on my knees. Now, mind you, he's coming into this really uber expensive neighborhood to pick me up at my parents' house, and it's like chug, 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 and you can see the ground. It's like I'm in a Flintstone car, y'all. I was like, oh my God.
Just hold up your feet.
Yeah, from then on out, we always drove my car. I was like, we'll leave the Prelude here. We're going to drive my car. It was just, I mean.
What you could do is, my parents also, they made me drive a conversion van. That's a real sexy car for a 17-year-old to pull up in.
Son to have is a conversion van. Last thing I want my son to have is the opportunity to have a van that could have a bed. No. Veto.
It's different for girls.
Different for girls. Yeah. I could move all of my roommates into our apartment in college.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah, come in the van.
Oh my gosh.
I hate that van. It was also a stick.
If I could, I mean, I really would like. It was a great price on that Grand Wagoneer. It's very nice. Really good price. I keep trying to, like. I mean, it's not that much money. I don't.
Over what? Not that much money over 10 years, sure.
No, it was like 6 years, I think, is what I looked it up as.
Oh my God.
I know.
God.
I don't need a car. I especially don't need like this big ass. I want a big ass car. I'm a big ass person. I don't need a little tiny car. It's hard.
You don't need a 3-row car anymore. Like
No,
I do. I'm certain of it. No, I honestly, I like the bigger space, width-wise, not so much length. Length is fine. I mean, I will, because usually width comes with the length, right? All right. Now, mine's out of the gutter. Okay, I'm going full screen so you can see where my...
I looked right at Lindsay. You're talking to my God.
Lindsay, you gotta breathe. You gotta breathe.
Passed out.
Y'all are getting lighthouses. That's all I gotta say. That's all I'm getting you. All of you. Big old wide ones and tall ones. Big lighthouses. Anyways, I like mine wide. Because by the time you get my body in there, John's body in there, I mean, you gotta have some elbow room. And if you don't, like if you're in a little Cherokee, there's no elbow room. It's so annoying.
I'm so sorry.
Oh my God.
Oh.
I'm not wrong.
I was just like, I can't look at Marley. I can't look at Marley. Robin was like, Oh.
That's great, Marley. I like little cars.
Click those links, please.
Doesn't care so much.
I can't understand what you're saying.
Oh my god, his stomach hurts.
Oh god. Ooh. Yeah, I had a Toyota Sienna minivan. I loved it. It was great. It was great. Oh god. Okay. Bring it down. Bring it down. All right. All right. Here we go. I think everybody else is laughing too. They're like, whoa, what just happened?
Oh, Anne. Blue Anne.
Okay. I can go back. I need. Oh.
Ruth. Oh my god.
I gotta pee.
Just so you can see what we saw.
I was like, don't. All I could think was, don't look at Robin and you were like,
Oh god.
that was it. That was it. I couldn't take it.
Oh.
Oh, now my abs hurt. This is proof I don't work out. My abs hurt from laughing.
Oh. Oh. That's what happens to me ever since the two C-sections. My muscles don't work the same. So like when I'm holding it, I'm like, no Charlie horse, no Charlie horse.
Oh, a Charlie horse in your abs. No, that's not right.
My
No.
mom calls those fat cramps because you get a cramp in your fat. Calls them fat cramps. She goes, "Oh, I got a fat cramp." Now that's what you're gonna think. I got a fat cramp. Oh God.
That's what I'm grabbing.
Oh God. Okay. I feel better. My hands are all wet.
Well, Ruth, to make you feel any better, the reel that I sent Marley this morning, I specifically told her to turn it on during dinner and watch how many kids walk out of the room.
It's so funny. I sent it to my girlfriends and they're like, "Oh my God, that's hilarious."
It is not work appropriate. We will not tell you what we said.
It is so funny.
Can use your mind.
All right. Okay, guys. Oh,
Okay.
this is awesome.
We probably should let everyone go.
I mean, we're at an hour and 21 minutes.
Have their day.
We got to save some of these jokes for tomorrow.
They just keep coming, man.
Don't you worry about that.
All right. Well, this has been a hoot nanny. So thank you.
Did you just say hoot nanny?
I said hoot nanny.
Who are you? And what have you done with Marley? Are you singing for help? Twice if you need help.
What is a hoot nanny? What is a hoot nanny?
I thought it was like,
I have no idea.
I honestly don't know. That literally came out from like recesses of my brain. I hope it's not anything offensive. Like it just.
Well, now I'm gonna look it up.
Now I gotta look. It was not meant to be anything.
Oh, it's like okay, hoot nanny. Here we go.
Is it not good?
An informal gathering with folk music and sometimes dancing.
yeah, I thought it was just
Not bad.
a good time.
Good. And then another thing. So what is it? That's good stuff. Maynard. Anybody know what that means? Maynard.
No.
That's a pop culture reference.
It is. It's something.
And I
My
can't
mom
think
used
what
to
it
say it, and I was on the phone with a friend yesterday, and he said it, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, I haven't heard that in years, but I don't know what it's from."
I don't know.
Something Maynard. I don't know. A shindig. I like shindigs. I talk about shindigs all the time. All right, y'all. That's it from us today. Hope you had a good time. We'll be back tomorrow. Robin is surely going to be crocheting a lighthouse because she likes to make stuffies, and I think that's what needs to happen. I think you need to make a lighthouse because everybody here will understand. It'll be funny. We'll stuff it full of like those flick-on lights, like the
Mhm.
battery lights. Oh my gosh, that'd be hilarious. Okay.
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 Do it, Robin.
Bye, everybody.